Hello. Let's go next destination.
Looking forward to seeing some dragons?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
And so with some amazing memories, we departed East Java in anticipation of the next leg of our adventure. Surabaya to Komodo International Airport at Labuan Bajo, we boarded a small Phinisi boat, which would be our home for the next 3 nights. On the first night, we entertained ourselves for a while by experimenting with shooting high ISO time lapses from the bow of the moving boat. I'll leave our most successful settings down below. The results were surprisingly acceptable. What do you think? An overnight cruise had us moored and ready for a sunrise shoot on the spectacular Padar Island. Well guys, that early start was well rewarded. Beautiful sunrise, amazing panoramic views. Unfortunately we're not hanging around here for this evening because we're moving on to another island, but amazing location. I'll just spin you around to show you where the Milky Way would lie. So it would lie horizontal through this region here. Sorry about the big bush in the middle, I was a bit higher before, which would be pretty spectacular. But anyway, if the clouds stay clear tonight, we might try again. Anyway, we're heading back down the mountain, back to the boat, trying to stick to a schedule. One last view. Absolutely spectacular views up here on, I can't remember the name of the island, but I will pop it up in the on the screen. And yeah, we'll see you back down to the boat. The crew transported us back to the boat, where Chef had a delicious, fresh breakfast ready and waiting.
What I do, this is one of my favorite, this dragon. Wow, this
Dragon
one
fruit? Sweet.
reminds me of beetroot. It has an earthy taste, this one. So it must be very natural.
It's a little bit like kiwi fruit.
Because the one we eat in Europe is like sweet.
Thank you for
Right, so I thought I'd just do a quick little recap because I'm pretty sure this video has been fairly chaotic to date. So this morning we had a very early start. We were anchored at a place called Padar Island, which is quite famous. When you see the photos I've taken from the panoramic viewpoint, I'm pretty sure you'll recognise the location. And yeah, so we got up there about 4:30 in the morning. We were the first ones on site, but were soon joined by several hundred other people. But we were there early enough to get some pretty prime real estate for taking the sunrise photos and some pretty epic panoramas. But from there, we were back on deck about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Had some breakfast and then commenced motoring around to one of the many pink beaches. Did a little bit of snorkeling. I'll stick up some of the GoPro footage, some nice little reef and tropical fish in there. The water is absolutely balmy. And relaxed on the beach for a little while, did a bit of haggling for a few souvenirs with the locals. And then we jumped back onto the boat, and we have now just anchored at a place called Manta Point. I don't know how well you can see, but the water here is just stunning, aquamarine blue. We've got another boat moored up close to us here, and there's a few others in the distance. From there, hoping that maybe we might get to do a little bit of astro this evening. We haven't done a lot recently, but still holding out hope. The skies are looking fairly clear. The main challenge is going to be whether we can get off the boat onto the shore. We had quite a bit of fun last night doing very high ISO time lapses, pointing the cameras forward, and we had the Milky Way right off the mast, so I'll stick up some of those time lapses. And we also had a little bit of fun trying to shoot the bioluminescence, which was coming off the bow. So if there's anything there worth showing you guys, I'll stick that in too. Okay, I'll finish up here for now and grab a bit of lunch and go for a swim with some manta rays, maybe. Okay, bye.
At the moment, several komodo killing the deer and then hitting the deer. And then this guy didn't know coming from behind the big one. Like this. And then Phinisi on the top. But he died after a week. Because
What a way to go.
at the same day, helicopter to Labuan Bajo and then with the jet from Labuan Bajo direct to Singapore. He died.
Right, so we've just tied up at the jetty
on Komodo Island, ready for the explore, getting up nice and early tomorrow to go and have a look at the wildlife, hopefully including some Komodo dragons. We're not allowed onto the actual island itself, but we can get off the boat, so we thought we might try a little bit of astro. And I found a composition here. I haven't got all my lighting with me, but hopefully you can see this bridge of this little jetty here actually lines up very nicely with the, like a rise in the mountain range behind, and the Milky Way arch or the core lines up quite nicely over the top of that. Might shoot a little blue hour foreground here and wait a couple of hours and get the Milky Way once it's dark enough and in the right position. Sorry about the background generator sounds, guys. So I'm going to try and do a 10mm vertical Milky Way with this Komodo dragon sculpture right in the foreground, and we're waiting for the guys to come and turn the lights off on the jetty, and that should work quite well. Lots of interest here at the moment. We're actually pretty lucky to be allowed on the island at night because the Komodos are quite active. So, oh, there we go, lights are out. So I'm going to get shooting. Morning, guys. Well, this morning we find ourselves awake on Rinca Island, which is a World Heritage listed site and home of the Komodo dragon. So very much looking forward to going for a 2 to 4 hour hike today to see the wildlife on this island. So that includes water buffalo, wild boar, lots of birds, deer, and of course the famed Komodo dragon. we're just here watching a Komodo dragon which has just caught itself a deer, or is trying to digest a deer. He's got the leg in his mouth at the moment. We're probably only within about 4 meters of it.